Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to Unveiled, where last time we spent 40 minutes beating 2 levels. Oh, but man, was that fun, and I hope that all of you enjoyed it. The response definitely seemed positive, and it's not like it was that difficult that it took 40 minutes. If you only take the time that we actually spent, like, beating the levels, it's maybe 10 to 15 minutes at most. It wasn't that difficult, but of course, finding all the secrets was then rather time-consuming. But putting that aside, today we have Flitter Flight, and if remembering my Donkey Kong 2 Country 2 correctly, flitters are those dragonfly-like enemies, of which there was only one variety in the main game, the blue ones, but Lost Levels actually added in a green and a red variety, which was kind of interesting. Okay, so that's the gimmick here, is that we have to use Quwaks here, the squawks that cannot fly, to then make transfers to flitters, which will then send us to more Quwaks. So normally this is like the worst part of the game here. Nobody likes Quwaks, and just because of that, they seem to be adding him in. I needed to jump earlier than that to the 3rd level of the game. Hopefully that means we're getting him out of the way earlier, and you know, he doesn't show up later on in the game again. I'm sure that's not going to be the case. So I've also, as you probably saw, I just kind of started from the file select screen. I did turn off the game in between recording sessions, which means I lost all of my lives and I'm assuming coins as well. But Bouncy Bay, it seems to be an easy place that we can go back and farm for those things, should it ever be necessary, but I don't think we're in danger of needing to worry about that yet. But yeah, the last part was just so cool, and thank you so much to everyone who had, again, such a nice response to it. I was kind of silly. I didn't pay nearly enough attention to the arrow at the end of the level. I had all these other kind of assumptions on how to get that DK coin. And the most obvious one of all, I guess I was kind of ignoring. That arrow in my mind was referring to, I guess, how in that room... Really? That's how that interaction would work. I thought maybe I would destroy it, but okay. So we actually need to be careful of the flitter underneath the hook. Yeah, I thought the arrow meant, from the top you can jump to the left and get to the bonus game, but note to self, anytime we see an arrow, it is very important, and do not kind of, scoff at its significance. And I missed the transfer there again, but again, people really seem to like me including all of the kind of elements of me trying to find the DK coin. It definitely brought back a lot of memories of playing the official game back in the day, and levels like Chain Link Chamber getting the DK coin, which as a kid was a really tough thing for me to find, and I'll never forget it now these days after that. But a lot of people seem to also share in that experience of how it felt to play the game, so I'm happy that people felt that way. And if it gets to a point where things start taking too long to find, maybe I won't leave it all in, but we'll see how it goes. But 40 minutes for 2 levels was kind of funny. And there you go, just like that, we're already at the checkpoint. Don't know if I missed anything back there. And again, I can't get up there. I haven't seen any DK barrels in this level, and in the 2nd level, really? I mean, first of all, I was rolling, which you would think would destroy the flitter. And then second of all, I jumped to make the transfer, so I don't know how I got hurt by that. It's like a super flitter that just, there's no way to damage him. But yeah, I never checked to see if I could bring Dixie into this level, because there's a few things it looks like we might be able to do, if that's actually possible. But yeah, flitters, I guess, just have weird, wonky interactions that I didn't think I walked that far to the left to fall off the edge, but that you don't normally see in the main game. I've also heard in the comments that this game gets quite difficult later on, especially in the later worlds, so we'll see how that fares. Again, it hasn't been so difficult so far. Like, I'm making a lot of silly deaths, and I'm learning the level, and I'm improving each time. It's not like it's unfair. I'm hoping that the hack doesn't eventually reach, like, Kaizo levels. There has to be something, right? Okay, it's a blue balloon. But there could be, like, an invisible, anything. So I think we have to check that regardless. And, 3 1-ups is pretty nice. But yeah, as long as it doesn't get to Kaizo levels of difficulty, I'm happy. I'll deal with any level of, like, fair difficulty. And I'll learn the levels, I'll learn the techniques, I'll get better at the game. That's a big thing for me. But, like, if it's, enemies coming from places that you can't even see and shenanigans like that, then that's not really difficulty I'm such a big fan of, but hopefully it stays fair. And if it does, I'm actually really looking forward to some, difficult Donkey Kong Country 2. In this case, I'm just dying a whole bunch of times because I'm being kind of dumb. I guess we won't worry about that 3-up. For the time being, we'll just acknowledge that it looks like it's a 3-up balloon and, not worry too much about it otherwise, because we can, again, go back to the very beginning of the first level anytime we want and get that coin and 3-up balloon right at the beginning of the level. Now, I actually do want to know, can we bring Dixie into this level? So I've been playing as Diddy this whole time like a fool, and if I could be playing as Dixie with her floating ability, it would naturally be, preferred. It's like if we line ourselves up perfectly here, it's kind of strange. Really? I don't know. That's bizarre hit detection. Sometimes Donkey Kong Country 2's hit detection seems so generous, and then other times it's just like really mean. But I did get the 3-up balloon, so hooray. But this time I'll actually get the DK barrel first. And then we'll see what happens. But yeah, that filter at the beginning of the second level was super weird. And also, of course, another element of why I guess I wasn't thinking too straight in terms of... yeah, that time it worked just fine. Getting the DK coin in Bountiful Traps is because I did not for a second think that the second screen of that level was located beneath the first screen. But that's what I'm talking about. As we play this ROM hack, clearly we're all going to learn some new things about Donkey Kong Country 2 that we just did not know before, but I do know like all about camera boxes and things like that. And hey, I lost Dixie again. There you go. So you have to be Diddy in this level, I guess, which makes sense. You would kind of break the gimmick, I guess, if you could bring Dixie in. That's going to be a tough one, though. I also see Rambi there now. Darn, I'm remembering that Wrinkly Kong gave us advice on how to do a double jump with Rambi or something like that. We might have to go back and reference that. But so far, you know, I'm not too unhappy with how things are proceeding. Okay, there we go. Yes. Okay, so obviously the natural thing you would think you have to do here. Oh, so it's actually, oh, it's so nice of it to have a barrel like that. So, okay. All right, so I do need to remember the thing that Wrinkly Kong was mentioning, which I mean, it makes sense why she would mention it. Like you do like a thing like that and, okay, something like that. Is that, can I make that? This is kind of a long thing it feels like, but okay, I did. Wow, and if you somehow made it here with Rambi, there's a no Rambi sign. Is there probably something hidden to the left here? Maybe? Like, I haven't seen any secrets yet. No bonus games. If we're going to assume that each level has the same number of bonus games as its original game counterpart, we do have 2 bonus games to find in this level somewhere still. And I'm guessing I probably shouldn't tempt fate and I should just drop straight down. Yeah, that's just begging to be like, there's a secret behind that zinger. Where are we going here? I don't know. I should definitely jump behind you, right? I couldn't jump behind them. I did it. I tried. You know, any other time, it feels like you can go inside those broken edges of the boat, but not that time. Not when Andrew thinks there's a secret hidden in there. But yeah, this is fun. And again, you know, we're learning Rambi tricks. We're learning camera box tricks. We're learning all the things. And yeah, again, it's not like ridiculous difficulty. I feel like I'm getting better each time, which is a good thing to feel when you're playing a game. But that part's still a little strange, so let's see about that. And what did I do the first time that gave me so much extra height? Huh? It sounded like he got onto Rambi there. It's kind of a weird thing. I noticed that the screen starts to scroll down. You don't think that I could just skip Quwaks altogether? Okay, I thought maybe I could do a thing where the camera box would acknowledge that there was actually something below me, and I could do a cartwheel over to that area, but no, you cannot cheat the camera box. Now that I've actually shut up for a minute, I can hear that we actually have like Rattle Battle music, which is pretty cool. Even kind of the Rattle Battle greenish background as well. A very good track that everybody loves. Like, I guess I just got the right angle that time. And once again, you don't think that the no Rambi sign is like the DK coin or something, do you? I have to somehow get up there with Rambi? Or is it just kind of a precautionary thing because he would mess up with the rest of the level? I don't know. As you've probably noticed, you know, me trying to find secrets is usually my demise. Like, I feel like maybe if I actually destroy that guy, I could walk through there. It just doesn't let you jump through there. I guess, you know, we won't worry too much about secrets on our first run through levels, and we'll try to keep that for the next time. But see, like, this is just begging for me to go back and use it on the other zinger, so I feel like I have to do it now. This is exactly what I should have just been patient for the first time. Can I walk under you, or is that going to count as a thing? Let's not take it any chances. Shoot. Thought I could beat him. Now I have to do that darn Quwaks part again. Maybe it's because I'm holding up a little. Because even though I was like always just holding right, maybe my thumb was slightly holding up and that stopped me from slowing as fast. That would make some sense. Alright, that's probably the trick and I just wasn't really thinking about it. Like maybe you could get up there with Rambi. Maybe I'm actually not doing the Wrinkly Kong thing right? I don't know, I worry about that, that no Rambi sign. Of course, you know, there is the level in the original game where literally taking Rambi to the sign is how you do it. Am I in the death zone? No, I'm not. Okay, so maybe I'm worrying too much. But maybe the, you know, when you're holding the treasure chest, it could have like a bigger hitbox or something. I mean, I'm probably worried about nothing. Whoa, why did it push me back? That was weird. What? That's strange. Okay, whatever. I mean, I was probably worried about nothing. I mean, wait a second. Now I have actually nowhere to go. Huh. That's really interesting. But yeah, wow. Okay, like next time I guess I'm just going to stop being silly and just literally carry the treasure chest under that guy. Can I see anything behind you? No, I can't. Alright, let's do that again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's because I wasn't holding up those previous times. Interesting. Okay, so... Whoa, there was the double jump. There it was. There it was. So it was like left, right, B. Or something like that. So there's probably is a way to get Rambi up there, and it probably is important. Yes! 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 Oh, okay. All those dumb deaths were totally worth it. Don't you love when that happens? When you were dying with purpose. Okay, so let's go over to here now. And again, I mean, that's probably how you proceed on with the normal level, but I'm not going to be happy with that. Clearly not being happy with, you know, the status quo has helped me so far. And that's exactly what I was expecting, was that you can't just carry the chest through that guy. But I'm kind of stuck in the death zone again, but that's okay because we got the DK coin. And again, I just love that this hack is already doing like outside of the box things, and that was kind of the problem with my mindset in that second level too. I did all these kind of glitchy things to try and get that DK coin, phase through zingers, phase through the barrel, stuff like that. And it's because I just feel like this hack just has the expectation of the player to do things that are totally outside of the box. In the case of how the DK coin was actually obtained, it wasn't like that outside of the box. You just kind of had to understand that you know, the camera box was actually just preventing you from seeing the top half of the level above, you know, the second half. But still, I mean, it's just so cool that we're obviously going to be learning all sorts of things throughout this experience that just when you play the normal game you don't think about. So is going over the better strategy? Ugh, okay, barely. Is this going to be anything? Okay, that's the end. Do I dare go further? I mean, we've done all that effort. We might as well. Oh, interesting. Should I go left? Again, okay, maybe we're being a little bit too exploratory. I'm holding up now. Whoa. And there's the bonus barrel over there. The first one out of the level. 1 out of 2. Let's do this thing. And I don't want to have to try and get back there again, so let's hope we do it. Although, of course, you know, bonus games so far have been really difficult. Where am I going? Big jump! Yeah! Alright, first try. It's always a good feeling when you get that bonus game on the first try. I was playing a little bit of Tropical Freeze recently, and if there's one thing I don't like about the Returns games, it's that you really only get one chance at... Whoa! That was just a lot of interactions I wasn't expecting at that exact moment. Although I did see that there was something to the left of that guy. So it's probably where the second bonus game is located. But yeah, I hate that if you want to get a second shot of the bonus game, you pretty much have to, you know, kill yourself and then try again, because you only get one shot at each bonus game per life. Or at least the original Donkey Kong trilogy is usually nice and lets you get more than one shot at it if you lose it. Maybe not the first game. I think the first game, yeah, you only get one shot at each bonus game really. But in the second and third, as long as it doesn't put you into a part of the level where you can't go back to the bonus barrel or whatever, you can just keep trying it as many times as you want. So I'm not sure why the Returns games did that. I think it's because the bonus games kind of give you bananas and coins and stuff, which I feel like maybe it should have just been collect the stars or something like that, so that didn't have an excuse to not let you go back in without just jumping off a cliff. But that's enough of that story. Let's get back to actually beating this level. I knew that was going to happen. That was obviously why they were placed like that. It was just a matter of time until I fell for it. And if you're not worried about the DK coin, that's literally how simple it is. So, not sure why I'm making such a mess out of things, but Oh well, I suppose. Okay, so we can go under this guy, no problem. It's funny though how, you know, the chest does make things more complicated there. And we can just do that, no problem, and we even get a free 1-up out of it. Okay, so this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. What's the best strategy there? Because the Cruncha is making it really tough to go to the left, where there's obviously something. If you go to the right Flitter, but no, he's still gonna be mad. And of course the Flitters won't come back after they're destroyed. You could just land kind of like on the corner. Is there a way to make yourself bounce to the left instead of the right? What exactly determines that? Do you always bounce to the right? I don't think so. Probably just determined by like which side of him you fall on. And because the barrel is automated, how it shoots you down at him, you probably can't change that. Oh well, let's have another look at it. I'm gonna do it again. I want that blue balloon. Ugh, yes! Okay, and there's absolutely nothing else hidden over here. Can we make it back though? I mean, that was just pitiful. Oh well, we got 2 lives out of it. Whoa, that was close. Okay, so, like, the first bonus game is directly below us right now. Like, what could possibly be... Like, can we go to the left if I hold left? No. You think it will be possible to go back in that direction at some point? Because, yeah, just going to the left of that guy is really tough. Oh, wait, there's the other bonus game right there? So what was that banana all about? Because this should be the last bonus game, unless I'm forgetting one in Gangplank Galleon, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this is the last bonus game here. And it's literally the same, except the zinger has a different pattern. That's funny. And is it really going to be the last one? I was going to say, what if it was in none of them and there was some trick to finding it? Wow, okay, that was actually pretty cool. And is that it? I was making things once again more complicated than they had to be. And look at this problem. Okay, and that brings us up here. I don't even remember which letters we've gotten. Didn't get the N that time, but I think we had to do that secret route, and... yes! And I can't even see what the prize is. There you go! That was a really, really, really cool level. Tripped me up a couple times, but again, I don't think that was anything near ridiculous difficulty. It was something that I was able to learn, even if it took a few tries, and I'm hoping that that is how the game remains. Obviously, it can get more difficult than that, but, you know, as long as it doesn't hit points where it's, like, right out unfair, I think we're gonna have a really good time with this hack, and that gives us access to Monkey Museum, and I believe you actually get 1% just for visiting each of the Kongs the first time, so you can never beat the game without visiting Cranky Kong. Hey, what are you doing here? What took you so long? This land has been conquered by K. Rool and is imbued with new powers. Do something. What do you want? And we get all these tips. I mean, we might as well read the ones from levels we've already done. There's got to be something up there in Bouncy Bay. Multiple traps. Don't be greedy with the coins. The bananas are enough to collect. So yeah, the bananas were typically of barrels that you could go in. Flitter Flight. I'm sure that there's more to that wooden box. We saw a wooden box at some point? I don't think we did. Maybe that was supposed to defeat the Cruncha, but we got everything without, I think, ever dealing... Or maybe he means the treasure chest. In which case, it's not really a wooden box, considering there is also a wooden box throwable object in this game. I mean, we might as well spend the money, or maybe not. Maybe we'll actually leave it for when we want to save. You know, we'll probably get more coins at some point, and I'll buy all the hints once we get extras. But here we go with the next level, Riptide Rise. I'm definitely going to try to do at least 2 levels per video. Once we get further in and things get really difficult, maybe there'll only be 1. Unfortunately, there probably won't be 3 per video as I would normally do, but... You know, that's just what these desperate times called for in these, you know, slightly difficult situations that we got going on. So, alright, here we go. I've already found the K. It's the easiest level I've ever played. And so far, it's looking like a pretty typical underwater level. I like the blue palette, though. Very nice. I mean, this game definitely likes, you know, its bluish palette, but my favorite color is blue, so can't say I complain too much. And this is interesting. They're not the exploding variety. And I'm just trying to so very gently... Oh, wow, they actually recede for a little bit there. That's really interesting. And this all just seems to be banana fodder. I wonder if there are, like, warp barrels. Obviously, the warp barrel was used in Bountiful Traps as, like, kind of, you know, something you actually had to get. But I wonder if otherwise there are still warp barrels hidden around. I don't think we ever found a single warp barrel in the lost levels. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a couple of them hidden somewhere. But see, this is what I'm talking about. We'll get some coins, and we'll unlock some hints a little later on once we've saved up. And they're going to take all our pennies over to Cranky Kong. Can we do anything like go above the screen? I wouldn't, you know, put anything past this hack. Although it doesn't seem like, no, there's is indeed wooden blocks up there. There's a secret hook, it looked like. I don't think that was there. No, it's not there before you grab it, but why? Why would there be a secret hook in the ceiling there? Maybe it's just kind of left in. Definitely something down there, and we could tank it by taking a hit. But I'm going to refrain from doing that. I would get the suspicion... What was that symbol? I thought it was an A, and then it turned out to be something different, so... Not entirely sure what it was depicting. We might have to come back. I also noticed that the water is now higher. So if we go back, does that allow us to do anything that we could not do before? I don't think so, as I think we've always had pretty much access to the top of the screen. But that'll be something... That's interesting. It kind of lets you jump off for a second and have, like, no gravity for an instant. Huh, I wonder if you have to use that to go down there. Okay, interesting, interesting. Let's have a look around for On Guard. I mean, it's definitely the kind of impression you get. Or there could also be, like, an invincibility barrel. This is an interesting way to use our puffer friend here. Have to try and sneak by in that second that he's not all puffed up. Just like that. And here we go. I mean, again, it's Donkey Kong Country 2. You know that there's going to be walls all over the place that you can go through, so you got to keep searching them out. But in that case, it was just a one-up. Only one bonus game in this level, again, if it's going by original game terms, plus the DK coin. So let's see what we can do about all that. But again, got to search all these corners here. Any one of these blocks could be one that you could go through. Just never know. But wow, so far, I mean, I don't want to brag, but compared to the first 3 levels, this one's going, fairly smoothly. But hey, it's our first canon of the game, I believe. You don't usually appear until, like, way later into the original Donkey Kong Country 2. Actually, that's not true. You appear in, like, the second world. I associate you most with, the castle levels, I think. But no, you're in earlier ones as well. But wow. Interesting interactions, having cannonballs underwater. Now, that's something I don't think you ever see in the original game. Please feel free to correct me if I am wrong. But what else can we get going on here? Again, gotta keep an eye out for that bonus game. It's funny that in the original Donkey Kong Country Returns, there were no underwater levels, and it definitely felt like something was missing in that regard. But Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze has some absolutely awesome underwater levels. Just, they're so great. I love that David Wise came back for Donkey Kong Country Returns and did an absolutely awesome soundtrack, along with some really good remixes, of course. A lot of good remixes of Donkey Kong 2 tracks in that game. I think that people are kind of disappointed with the Stickerbush Symphony remix in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It's very good, but, it's definitely quite a bit different from, I think, the Stickerbush Symphony that everyone is used to. The Smash Bros. Brawl remix is pretty good. Can never go wrong with Donkey Kong Country 2 remixes. Alright, but it's amazing that, even all these years later, the original Donkey Kong Country 2, or like all of them, just hold up so well. That's when you know your soundtrack is awesome. Okay, so, might as well take out you. It's kind of concerning, we've gotten the G, and yet we have seen absolutely no items yet. It's kind of weird. I do feel like we've probably missed something, but... Oh, that's right, there was that spot way back at the beginning. I was like, maybe we need On Guard, except, that never happened. So we're gonna probably have to go back and investigate that, and because they actually give you 2 Kongs in this level, this is a very big rarity. It's been quite a while since we've actually had both Kongs together in a level. We will be able to tank a hit should it be necessary, but yeah, that would only still be 1 secret. We would then need to still find, either the DK coin or bonus coins somewhere. Could always be at the end. And yeah, knowing that you can defeat Crunches with a team attack is just so awesome. As a kid, I of course never knew that, but in these situations, it really helps in these ROM hacks. And yeah, how would you even hit that? Like, can we throw up through any kind of ceiling here? Yes! 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 Whoa! If this leads to like an actual significant secret, I was going to laugh, but it just seems to be a shortcut that we could have used. Wow, that's actually pretty cool though. Actually, I should still be jumping. It could just, make you think that's all there is to the secret and you can go through the ceiling or something like that, but it doesn't appear to be the case. But it does explain how you hit the target. I knew there had to be some way. And, for all of our efforts, we got a whole 10 bananas. So, yeah, we're going to jump back into there and see where that kind of first split path leads to. Well, actually finally took our first hit. Wow, like, it's really funny. This is a really big anomaly for this hack so far, considering we didn't die once, but I guess, we haven't found everything yet, so we shouldn't get too excited before, we're actually really done with this level. So yeah, there's that one point when the water rises, and you could technically go back through the level, even after the water level is higher, but I don't think that would help us accomplish anything. There was that really strange hook at one point that didn't seem to do much. Darn, I need both Kongs in order to try that secret, but I think there was actually another DK barrel near that secret, so maybe we'll just really tank it. Wasn't there also like a secret balloon around here somewhere? And yeah, there you go. First death, everybody. You knew after I mentioned it was going to happen. I wonder if you can go like behind this guy. I don't know. I feel like there's probably still a secret wall, like at least one somewhere that we haven't done yet. So maybe if you like drop like a stone. So let's get the water to rise. And then we'll drop like a stone through these guys. Oh no, so the swimming physics came back. So that is the DK coin. That is confirmed DK coin down there. And I don't know, I feel like tanking the hit is probably not what you're supposed to do. But I feel like if I don't, you know, mess around, I probably could tank it and get the DK coin. And then since you don't have to beat the level in order to save collected items, thank goodness, it doesn't matter if we die after we get it, it will still be saved. So we're gonna get back there and give it another shot. So does it matter like what the water level is? Probably not. Okay, so let's like, unfortunately when you get hit, she kind of does like an upwards movement. Okay, it's probably made so that you can't just tank it, so I'm probably doing something wrong. So we're gonna have another look at that. We do have Swanky Kong though. Swanky's bonus bonanza. I wonder if they changed the question. Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Swanky Kong and I am rolling in right here with the hottest of rigged raffles and kids can only dream of. Heck yeah. Alright, so Beach Buzz, Tropical says, that's cool, the first one's free. What is your name? It was Swanky, right? They didn't change it, did they? At last, you did it. What is the first enemy that you see in the game? The Great Crocodile. Whoop! Okay, it's definitely changed. That's awesome. What is the name of this game? Unhinged. I love it. Unveiled. You did the thing! Wow, that is awesome that they even changed the questions. I don't believe they did that in the Lost Levels. I don't think they, they changed any of the Wrinkly Kong text, the Cranky Kong text. I think that was all the same. Or if it was changed, I completely, missed it and we didn't check it. But that's going to be cool. I wish I still had all those coins that I had from the first part, but again, if I need to, I'll just farm for some coins at some point and we'll check all that out because there were probably some pretty hilarious questions mixed in with that, if what we've seen from this hack so far is any kind of indication. But alright, back to trying to figure out where all the secrets in this level are hidden. So one other thing we need to check out is there was that kind of strange formation up here. Like, I feel like maybe this is supposed to be depicting a part of the level or something like that. It's not a letter, obviously. I mean, it almost looks like a B, or an R, but it's not. So you have like a straight vertical line. And like, I'm guessing that's like an alcove you can go into, and maybe there's something significant above that. Okay, so we'll look for a formation that looks like that. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. But otherwise, I'm just going to kind of press against like all the walls, and we'll see if we can find anything. I remember that one. That one wasn't something that we couldn't find last time. A lot of stuff going on up there. I'm feeling like maybe I should swim back to the beginning of the level. Again, that's something I've, noticed, is that we can now go back to the beginning of the level with the water level higher, so let's just give it a shot. Can't hurt. I mean, speaking of getting hurt. This hook is still very suspicious. Like, I don't know. It's very weird. Like, could I have used that to jump through the roof? But if that's the case, then now that the water level's higher, I could still get up there anyway. The plan right now is definitely to kind of just press against all the roof tiles and see if any of them are kind of, allow me to go through them. But nope, doesn't seem like that's the case here. So we're going to proceed back farther in the level. No, so alright. Doesn't appear that raising the water level and then going back to the beginning really does anything all that significant. So again, we're going to return to kind of just press against all the walls. But like, there's not much else you could do in regards to that DK coin. Unless, once again, it's like a warp barrel or something that leads you to where it is. Because they can obviously program a warp barrel that doesn't just take you right to the end of the level. There might still be a barrel or something hidden somewhere that would take me to that little alcove with the DK coin, but then how would you get out of it? It's so strange that there's the 2 pufferfish and then the DK coin. Like, almost like there has to be an invincibility barrel somewhere or something. And I think invincibility barrels can be... Like, see... I feel like that hook has to be significant in some way. If it's not that, then there's invincibility or something. So, more experimentation to be done. Should I use cranky hints? I'll let the chat decide, or rather the comments. Do you think that if I cannot figure something out, I should check a cranky hint and find out about it? Is that cheating, or is that just using the means within the game to kind of, you know, figure out how to get the secret? I think it's probably fair. I mean, back in the day, if I was playing Donkey Kong Country 2, I would have checked the hints. Not that they helped so much for their chain link chamber, but I'm going to try this one a few more times without going in the cranky option, so let's return. Maybe if I had done it before the water went up, would that have made a difference? Because the warp barrel could also always be down there, too. You know, I'm thinking about it both ways. A barrel could take me in there. The barrel could also take me out of there. And maybe if I had done it before the water rose... I didn't actually mean to do that. Now that's what we're going to try. Might not help all that much, but let's see. If nothing else, this is giving me a good excuse to grind for some coins there. That's kind of cool. Okay, so like... Whoa! Why? What was so different that time? Just because the water wasn't up and there's this... There you go. That's pretty much exactly what I thought was going to happen. Wow. Wow. Okay, so if this has anything to do with that, then I don't know what I did, but this could also be in regards to the bonus game, or it's just a random bunch of bananas that means absolutely nothing, and I'm totally overthinking it. But yeah, we still do have a bonus game somewhere in the level. Now, normally the bonus game in Lockjaw's Locker is one where you use On Guard to break through a wall. I don't think there's actually any bonus barrels underwater, or rather even like in water levels. In the original Donkey Kong Country 2, all bonus games in the 3 water levels are found by breaking open walls. So, I guess maybe at some point, like this. Like, is that what that banana means? Is that what that banana means? No. Good thinking though, like it could be in a wall or something. So that's kind of my way of thinking here. I think we probably need to somehow open up a wall. So if I put that back down, I can destroy Crunchaman here without losing our barrel, although I didn't actually break the barrel, so that's kind of funny. It went back to its normal spot. None of these seem big enough to have the door in it, though. Is there going to be a spot? Oh yeah, I never really checked, messed much with these guys. I kind of ignored the cannons for the most part. Didn't really want to deal with them. And it doesn't seem like that one really was hiding anything. Like, yeah, there's a lot of places, I guess, we still haven't really checked in this level. You're in a weird spot. Are you blocking a wall that I could potentially phase through? I'll be able to check that out at some point. You know, should we have trouble finding the bonus game. But I get the feeling it's probably in the second half of the level somewhere. I think we're probably pretty much done checking out the first half of this level. It's gonna kind of press against everything, and I'll let you know if anything happens. Ah, the water rising there. I wonder if we can go back to where that green balloon was and go higher now. So you kind of can, but it doesn't seem to have helped all that much. Although we can actually go back even more, I guess, to where the checkpoint was, and we can press against all these ceilings. I'm not expecting this to matter all that much, but, you know, you gotta try it. Can't leave any stone unturned when searching for secrets in Donkey Kong Country 2, and I love it. This is just bringing back so many awesome memories of looking for secrets in the original Donkey Kong Country. So yeah, again, hopefully it's not too boring, just kind of me, you know, searching for all this stuff. Hopefully you're kind of playing along at home too, saying like, well, maybe Andrew should check that spot, and you know, you'll see if you're correct or not in the end. But again, I'm gonna try my best to cut out all the parts where not all that much happens, so I'll see you in a minute. I think I got those bananas. I think I eventually go around up there and get those, so I don't think that's like a secret I didn't get. I think that's just something we're eventually going to pick up if we play the level normally. At least I think so anyway. There's the G down there. This guy is an exploding one. Yeah, like, see, that just kind of wraps around. Alright, so see, there's an arrow. There's an arrow. If I learned anything from the, the last part, is that arrows are very important. You think, oh, it's just pointing to the end of the level. Meanwhile, it's probably pointing right to the bonus barrel or something like that. So let's see what we can figure out here. But again, yeah, I'm just pressing against all these walls and not all that much seems to be happening. And it doesn't seem like there's any way to actually get those bananas, which, I mean, that was a thing in, like, Glimmer's Galleon in the original game, too. Was there was sometimes bananas inside the wall that were more directional than anything that you couldn't actually get. So I'm not too sure what to make of that. Does the water lower at any point? No, it doesn't. I was thinking maybe I could go back with the water lower, but I think it kind of just stays at the height it's at now until the end of the level. So I have this kind of really small section of the end here still to check out. And then I guess, we have to kind of backtrack. That's weird though. Like, if you jump off a hook, I don't remember having no control. Like, if I jump to the right, I cannot move at all while I'm in the air. Were hooks always like that? Unless I'm so used to just kind of dropping straight down from hooks that I didn't think about it too much. But that's an interesting thing that I don't remember all that much. And okay, so now I don't have Diddy Kong to make this easier. Alright, so again, see you in a minute. Alright, I think we have to tank this one. I just don't know what else to say. Like, can you go behind? You can, too! Whoa, that's awesome! That's awesome! Like, that was just too obvious that he was there for no reason. If there was a better way to get through there without taking a hit, I don't know. But there you go, and I was right. It wasn't actually a bonus barrel. It was just kind of a door that you walk into. Alright, so I see the gimmick of this bonus game. And wow, okay. You can only pass that when it's not puffed up. Interesting. And that gives you the 2 up. So can I go back and get that DK barrel and just kind of keep trying? And I like how the checkpoint barrel even comes back, even though you really don't need it. So, alright. We know where it is. Now we just have to beat it. See, I should have just trusted my first instinct. But then, every other time I try something, it always seems to end poorly. But that one time I was like, maybe it's back there. I guess I should have just run with it. Alright, so it's interesting. You actually get 40 seconds to beat this. So maybe you don't need to rush too much. Or maybe it's, even though you think you have a lot of time, it's actually a lot more difficult than you think. Alright. Whoa, I did not mean to accidentally get lodged under that box there. I meant to kind of go upwards, but kind of got stuck instead. So it's better to probably just start selecting and try again. Yeah, if there's a way to get through here without taking a hit, please feel free to let me know. I don't think you can, like, drop the barrel on there or something like that, the DK barrel. But who knows? Alright, so anyway, let's once again try this. This first part's pretty easy. This part, hopefully waiting is what you're supposed to do. Because otherwise, I'm not sure how you get by here without wasting like 10 seconds. Then we proceed to the right. This time we don't accidentally get lodged underneath that box. Which kind are you going to be? The diagonal one. Thank you. We got this guy here who is a perpendicular, I think is what they call that one. Oh man, takes me right back to grade 4 math. It's a quadrilateral, except it's not really. Oh man, instead of talking about geometry, I should have been focused on playing Donkey Kong Country 2. Why didn't they teach me that in school? Alright, it's just like tying your shoes. First you go up and over and down, and then you loop-de-loop, and then you go to town. Wow, so the guy didn't even start rising there. I wonder if I just dropped really fast, if I could have got by him before he puffed up and saved all that time. So, again, knowing this game and knowing the fact that you usually need like literally every second in order to beat things, this is probably not going to be a victory run, but let's just see what we have in store for us. Where did I get out last time? I think it was maybe this guy? I feel like I have to be getting close, but yeah, again, we're really kind of... Oh, okay, so that was probably the end right there. I thought maybe that was one of the ones that didn't explode. It's really tough to know until you're right up in their face whether they're the exploding ones or not. And like, this is just so strange. I just have no idea how I would get by that unless there was an invincibility barrel or something somewhere without taking a hit. So let's drop. Wow, look at the time save that we just did. All right. But again, that's why we learn how to do things. And this guy's the diagonal one. And this is going to be another one of the cross-shaped. And this is also cross-shaped. Okay, so I think we're going to be in pretty good shape this time. We don't need to rush it too much here. The cross shape. It's interesting that they have varying speeds. Was there varying speeds in the original game? And we had time to spare. I think we did a few things that maybe even the author hadn't anticipated, like not having to wait for that guy. And just like that, that is the next 2 levels complete. Wow, the second level of today was very easy until we started looking for stuff, and then that was obviously the time-consuming part, which is kind of par for the course at this point. More difficult than the levels themselves is sometimes finding the stuff and figuring out how to get it, and honestly, I am perfectly okay with that. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed those 2 levels, and next time we're going to be finishing off World 1 as we take on Ruthless Rope. So thanks again, and hope to see you then. Thank you so much once again for checking out my videos. I really appreciate it, and if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it really helps my channel out. With that said, hope to see you next time.